So, how you feel about that Dallas beatdown? What
Y'all
was your
hear that? Y'all
what
hear
was your
that? That's that belt to that ass, baby. That's how I feel about it.
Welcome back to the Down South Philly show. I'm your Down South Philly host, Don.
It's your boy DP in the building. What we got on the docket tonight? Tell them about the gun line, boss.
Man, look, we're here to talk about a recap on the Eagles versus Dallas beatdown. This was gonna be a recording. I guess I accidentally went to the live. So now we live. But what we got, we talk about the Eagles versus Dallas beatdown. The Eagles flying to Dallas where we haven't won in what
About 6 years.
6 years. We beat Dallas. We just haven't beat Dallas in Dallas. So, every time we beat them, it's been in Philly. Um, but we fly on down to Dallas, get us a dub, and we here to talk about it. Because this is a short week, and we got a game coming up Thursday against another division opponent, Washington. So we got to go ahead and get this one out of the way, flush it, so we can move on to Washington. So, how you feel about that Dallas beatdown? What
Y'all
was your
hear that? Y'all
what
hear
was your
that? That's that belt to that ass, baby. That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. I just was going into it feeling pretty confident with or without that, just because they, what they've been putting on tape. Dallas just a bad ball club, and I felt like the only reason this game would be close is if coaching got in the way, and coaching didn't get in the way. So really, it could have been worse than it ended up being. We had some sloppy play up front, but once we settled in, made our adjustments like we normally do, it was belt to ass like it was meant to be. So I mean, it is not a whole lot to take away from it, other
man?
than it was basically exactly what we thought it was gonna be. We got out of there. Looks like we got out of there relatively healthy. Everybody understood the assignment. The starters was able to rest come fourth quarter. We got a short turnaround on Thursday, so everything that I needed to see happened. So I'm satisfied with it.
Yeah. This is gonna be short and sweet, man. Going into the game, we pretty much thought we was gonna beat them dudes down. It's always likely that it's a division opponent, so sometimes times those things can change, so you can't be surprised when that happens either. But we thought we was gonna go in here and get a convincing win in Dallas. Like I said, for the first time in 6 years, because every other time we beat Dallas is been in Philly. But we did that. We went down there and did what we were supposed to do. Um, you know, it ain't most games you get in there, you ain't gonna just start blowing the team out right away. So we went in there, had to catch the rhythm of the game, and once we got established, we blew the game open. Defense did their thing, just was taking the ball away. We took the ball away 5 times, something like that.
Six
Forced like
times. It
something
might
like
have
that.
been 6 times. Well, it was 4 fumble recoveries and a interception, so 5.
Yeah, so 5 takeaways. So we was on them boys like we were supposed to be. I think they might have had less than 100 yards passing.
I know
Cooper Rush,
Cooper Rush had 45.
Yeah, so altogether they might have had a little over 100 yards. I mean, a little over 100 yards passing between him and
Lance.
yeah, Trey Lance. So um, it ain't really much to say about that game, man. We went in there and did what we were supposed to do, beating them boys
Mhm.
down. Dallas season pretty much over. Um, they got to play the Texans next. Which the Texans they kind of in a need to win type situation. They done took a few L's, so they can't keep taking L's. So I can't see them losing to Dallas. That's gonna be another L for Dallas. Um, yeah, it's over for them dudes, man. They in the bottom of the division with the doggone Giants right now. So it's gonna be us and Washington battling out for first place, and we finna put their head between the Washington Drive Thursday and go ahead and reign supreme on top of the NFC East. But yeah, it's not really a lot to take away from that game. Hurts did throw interception. He had a fumble. His first two turnovers in about his first turnovers in about a month. So he wasn't gonna go the rest of the year without turning the ball over. So it is what it is. We got a dub. Just can't afford to really go into Washington and do some of those things. But them boys gonna clean it up, and we're gonna be straight. I do like the way our line. Let me say this: the way our linebackers have been playing week after week. Oh my God, they turn it up in this Dallas game even more, man. I'm so happy we got these linebackers, man. Sign Zach Bond. I cannot leave the stream without saying that. Sign Zach Bond tonight. Just like DP was saying during the live stream, he shouldn't have left that Dallas game without a contract. But we can't let him get out the building because we have been known to have some good, decent, pretty good linebackers in the building and let them go. So, and it's kind of hard to find linebackers, man, especially in Philly. That's just not like one of the things we good at either drafting or keeping around or what have you. So when we get those guys, we got to keep them in the building. So I say sign Zach Bond, Nicoby Dean doing his thing, developing. And they play well off each other. I can see that chemistry building on until next year, especially second year in the system. So it'll be crazy, man.
Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing from Vic Fangio's scheme. Even from week one, like I saw, what it could be, and it was just, levels above what we had last year from a defensive standpoint. Like I said, I could tell from week one that it was going to be something, and of course you're gonna have your bumps in the beginning while you figure out like who gonna go where, and dealing with early injuries up front. But it seemed like everybody fitting into their place in the system, and just building on it every week.
I agree. I don't really got too much more for it. I told you this was gonna be kind of short and sweet. We didn't want
Yeah,
to. It ain't even Dallas looking so bad right now. It's almost like I love the kicker of Dallas when they down. So I'm
but
not
it ain't
saying
even fun.
yeah, I ain't saying it ain't fun because it's still fun, but it ain't the same. It ain't the
Uh-uh.
same that it usually is when we beat them. But at the same time, I love when Dallas down bad because I just sit back and look at their misery. I don't never want to trade a Dallas team looking this bad for a good Dallas team that just caught a L and I can clown them. Nah, they look this bad for the rest of my life.
But
I won't give a damn. So I'ma still talk my junk. But yeah, it ain't the same that it usually is because them boys they just defeated. The fans defeated. They just walking around with their head down. You know, they trying to make sure they get us off their back. Nah, we ain't even think we was gonna win, and
mm-hmm.
y'all should have won, and blah blah. Nah, man, nah. I'm still talking because if the Eagles was looking that bad, they'll be on us like crazy. We wouldn't get
Mm-hmm.
no slack. So you guess what they getting? No slack. Built their ass. Well, guess what? We got to play them again. That's another W on the schedule. So we know if anything, we got one more win on the schedule, minimum.
And it's a division game.
Yeah, so we got another W and another division game on the schedule, but um, we about to go bust Washington head. So uh, that'll be it for this video. Short and sweet, man.